Hi YouTube, this is Shorty Girl to you, Brittany. Today I'm doing a review on the hair that I have installed, which is the sensational Natural Yaki Hair. I believe it was installed about maybe 3 weeks ago, I want to say. So this is the first wash I've done since I've had it in, and basically, what is it like? I'm sorry. It's like, I really don't know what's going on with this. I'm recording from my webcam, so it's kind of like hit or miss. But anyway, so yeah, I washed it yesterday, and it was the first time I washed it, or been able to attach this hair to water, because usually when I use the Natural Yaki Hair, because I usually do it with a quick weave or invisible part, something that's not permanent, so I really don't have it in that long to really get a good feel for the hair or see how it reverts back after it's been washed and things of that nature. So I figured I use it as a sew-in, and okay, here's the review. So basically, I had initially, when I got it installed, I had a lot of shedding, which is strange because when I used this hair with my quick weave, I never had any shedding issues. So I don't know if it had something to do with how she cut the weft before she installed it, and it was just kind of like some loose hairs in there that still had to come out. But it was a lot. I would comb my hair, it'd be on the floor in the bathroom, it'd be on the on the seat in the car, in the work, in the bed, it'd just be everywhere. But since I've washed it, like I'm pulling through it, like I could go like this and I'd have a handful of hair. I just did that 3 times and I have no hair on my hands at all. So I think maybe it had something to do with, like I said, how the weft was installed or how it was cut prior to being sewed in, and I just had to get some of those extra hairs out of there. So I did wash it. What I used was the Infusium shampoo, and it's the white bottle with blue lettering. I can't remember which one it was for, but it says them for like natural, relaxed, color treated hair. And the reason why is because it's a lightweight shampoo, and when you have a sew-in, you don't want to use heavy shampoos on your install hair, because it's going to weigh it down. So it's a light shampoo, and it also, I can use it for the weave and for my leave out, because it's hard to find a shampoo that you can use for both, because typically the shampoo that you use for African American hair or African American processed hair, or even transitioning hair, is going to be different than what you use on this, because a lot of times if it doesn't say, oh, it's Indian hair or Malaysian hair, you don't know what the 100% natural hair that you're putting in your head is. It could be Asian, it could be Hawaiian, you don't know. Like, unless it says, you really don't know. If it just says 100% natural human hair, okay, you don't know whose natural human hair that is, so you have to be very cautious as to the shampoo you use. So I used that one, and my hair does not feel weighed down. It has no product in it right now, and I haven't even flat ironed it yet. I just kind of used the blow dryer and a brush, and then wrapped it up. So this is pretty much what it looks like after you wash it. And how I washed it was, I did my leave out first. I separated all my leave out and I washed that first to make sure I got everything out. Then I sectioned it off with the elastic, and then I took the shampoo, and I have like a little bottle, and I put the shampoo, and I just kind of lined it between my braids, and I massaged within my braids in the middle of my scalp, kind of like this with my fingers, and rinsed that out. And then I did the hair. I put in 2 sections like this, and I just kind of put a little bit of shampoo and just kind of did it in my hands, and then on damp hair, I just kind of pulled it through like this, and then rinsed that out. And then I did the second half the same way, rinsed it out, and just kind of let it, squeeze. You don't want to pull on it, because you don't want to loosen, your sew-in from your braid either. So I just kind of, from here on, I held it and squeezed the excess hair out, and held it about right here and squeezed the excess hair out. Water, blah, 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 I meant. You guys knew what I meant. Okay. So then after that, I sat under a hooded dryer so I could get the heat on, if it was the medium low under my hood dryer, so I could dry my braids, because you don't want them to, you really don't want your braids to air dry, because if they don't dry all the way within that day period, you could risk mildew, especially if you're going out later and you sweat. You don't want a mildew smell to your head. So I would say sit under a hood dryer, kind of like put your, what I did was just kind of pulled everything like this and twisted it and just kind of had it up like that so it can get in the back and underneath and pretty much where my braids were at. And then I came from under the dryer, sat in the dryer for about 20 minutes. Then I, from that, my leave out was pretty much dry as well. But then sections like right by the root, it was still kind of damp right here. So then I went through it with a hand dryer and just kind of blew it dry with a brush. And then I wrapped it up. So this is pretty much, like I said, this is pretty much how the hair is just after a blow dry. Before a flat iron, it's not been flat ironed. It's, you know, it's light, it's flowy. It really feels like if you have lengthy, relaxed hair and you just come out from a blow dry, the texture is still the same. The texture hasn't changed. It's actually it feels a little better to me. So, like I said, it's not shed. I don't have any shedding issues. Like I had when I first got it installed. Forgive my scarf. I'm laying down my edges because when I wrapped it up, I guess how I wrapped my hair kind of destroyed my edges, so they kind of started going this way versus being laid down. But so that's why I had a scarf on. It feels really good. It feels really light. I'm actually happy. I mean, you kind of get what you pay for. It's $28 a pack for 14 inches. And I used, for the sewing that she did, I got a pack and a half, and she did my whole head. And you see how thick it looks? She did my whole head with this hair with one pack. One pack of hair. And I was like, did you, you want to put that half a pack in somewhere? And it's full. Like, you see how it doesn't look thin or anything. There's just one pack of hair, which is very rare. So I think because the texture of the hair is a natural yaki, which means that it's kind of going to have body in it anyway, it probably didn't require that much hair. And I can imagine if she had to put, you know, the full pack and a half, it probably would have been bulkier, and then I wouldn't have movement like I have, or, you know, it probably would have been a mess. So yeah, so what I would recommend with this hair, I probably would use it again, not for an extensive sew-in time frame though. Like, when I mean extensive, some people get a sew-in if they have an event, like say a wedding to go to the end of the month. I'll get a sew-in at the beginning of the month, and I'll go to the wedding and take it out, you know, leave it in there for about a month. But if you're looking as a protective style, you want to leave it in for about 2 or 3 months, like stretch it to about 3 months. I probably wouldn't recommend this hair for that. It's probably like a shorter term install, like a month and a half type thing. It is, like I said, I love it with quick weaves. It's really good with quick weaves. It looks natural. Even, I mean, it really looks natural. It doesn't look really wiggy, or I used to like the silky straight, and then I realized, girl, you are 100% African American. Not 100%, because I have Irish family, but anyway, you are predominantly African American. Everyone knows that hair did not grow from your head silky straight. No relaxer in the world is gonna make it silky straight with that shine. It's like Barbie doll hair. So it can be straight, but I want it to look as passable as possible. As passable as possible. So yeah, but overall, I really like the hair. You know, the cost of it, you can't beat it. You do get what you pay for. I will say that. I'm not disappointed in it. And, you know, I probably will be, I'm trying to keep it in probably, it's May 9th. So I'll probably try to keep it in about another to the end of this month or beginning of June. The only reason why I'm looking to take it out around end of the month of June is because we're planning our baby moon. So it's our last couples trip before the baby arrives. And I'm not allowed to travel after September 6th. So, you know, so we're looking June or July for a baby moon. So I'll probably be taking it out then. Will I use this hair in that one? That install? Probably. You know, like I said, and I have to get my hair done every so often anyway. So me trying to wear a weave for the same install for 3 months is going to be hard, because at some point I get frustrated with the hairstyle, or just the fact that I can't really wash my hair like I need to. Like, I'm one of those people who, when you wash, I have to get in there and I want to feel your fingers like in my scalp and like that. So that's the only reason why it wouldn't bother me to use it again. To each his own. Like, some people may like it, some people may not, but I really don't have any real cons against the hair personally. There's more pros to this hair than I saw than cons. So I will say I do recommend it. You know, every batch of hair is different. Hair, and I hate when people say the hair sheds. Well, yeah, it's gonna shed, because this hair was cut off of somebody else's head, sewn by hand or sometimes by machine to a weft. So you have to understand it's gonna shed. If your own hair that's growing from your scalp sheds, don't expect your weave, hair that does not naturally grow from your hair, not to shed. Now, it's fine when you say the amount of shedding is minimum, or I have a lot, or I have minimum shedding. Fine, but don't truly believe, even with sealed wefts, I've seen sealed weft shed. So you're gonna have shedding. Hair is hair, hair sheds. Your skin sheds. Have some common sense, people, okay? Like, that's my only issue with some of these sew-in reviews. Oh, it sheds. Yeah, it's going to. With a sealed weft or not, it's going to. The sealed weft just reduces the amount of shedding. It does not prevent it. Focus on that. And I might get some little hateful comments. Personally, if you think about it, it makes sense. Why wouldn't hair installed into your head shed when your own hair sheds? I'm just going to leave you guys with that thought. But anyway, so that's all I came to do today. I do have my 17th week birthday, Lord, pregnancy update coming probably later on tonight after I get off. But that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, leave comments. Let me know how it's worked for you if you've had this hair, or even what hair you would compare it to or prefer versus this hair. I would like to know, so I could probably try it. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. You have a great day.